let me tell you a tale about the genre of survival games. Our story begins in 2009 with the release of Minecraft, a sandbox indie game where you are left alone in a world full of resources, and are tasked to mine these resources to craft various objects. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. The game made its creator, Notch, so rich and successful, even the internet hates him now. Flash forward to 2012 with DayZ, a zombie game where... Wait, don't leave, come back, there's more to it! In DayZ, the player is left alone in an unforgiving world where everything wants you dead, you always need food and drink, and dying means you start again from the beginning, causing you to actually care about your character, rather than him being the 50,000 generic Marine soldier dying in your average Call of Duty match. It's the best elements of both these games that are combined to create Don't Starve, an indie title now available on Steam and the Google Chrome Store. And the Pirate Bay. You play as Wilson, an intrepid gentleman scientist who has been trapped by a demon called Maxwell. Oh, I see what you did there. And transported to a mysterious wilderness world. But enough of what's on the Steam store page, let's talk features. You wake up in a field with Maxwell on top of your head telling you to find something to eat before the night falls. So you get up and see that you can pick up various things in the world, twigs, pieces of grass, berries, flowers, etc. You keep moving and you come across new areas, maybe see a creature or two. Then it suddenly gets all dark and Wilson says you need to build a fire before the night comes. What? A fire? How? You frantically search the screen for a fire icon. Oh, there it is. Let's see. 2 logs and 2 twigs. Wait a minute! How do I get logs? I need to cut these trees down. Ah, an axe icon. Okay, that's 1 piece of flint and a twig. Got loads of twigs, but no flint. Ah, quickly, find some flint, find some flint. There's some. Pick it up. Make an axe. Cut some trees. Quickly, night's coming. And then night comes and you get murdered by monsters. So you start your second game, you instantly make a hatchet and have a fire ready for the night. Now that's out of the way, it's time to do some exploring. Oh hey, look at these birds. Maybe I can kill them for food. You walk up close with them, punt, you're dead. Anyway, I think you're starting to get the point by now. One of Don't Starve's mottos is respect nature, and by golly, are you going to learn to do that if you want to survive. Challenge is this game's main selling point. No instructions, no help, no hand-holding is what they tell you. But what they really mean is, you are going to die and we find your tears very tasty, thank you very much. But it is exactly this fact that makes it a survival game as good as, and in some cases better than, DayZ. Because in DayZ there's only one map, whereas in Don't Starve, thanks to the simplicity of its engine and design, you can generate an entirely different map at will, which beats getting sniped by bandits at Electro for the 50th time any day. This also adds to the feeling of embarking on a true adventure, not unlike your first game of Pokémon. Pow! Nostalgia stab! The world you are in is a very organic one. As the days pass, trees grow and die, burned forests are reborn, and beasts grow in strength and numbers, regardless of whether you are ready to fight them or not. Every 20 days, winter comes, stopping plants from growing and making you freeze to death if you stand 5 minutes away from a fire. Sometimes you come across ruins of older buildings and remains of dead adventurers, indicating you aren't the first one here, and adding to the lore of the world without cutscenes or text bullshit, besides Wilson's condescending remarks about stuff. There is a so-called story mode now, but it's not really needed, because this is a sandbox game and the player can create his own story, see Elder Scrolls, GTA, and Prototype. Lastly, let me talk a bit more about the survival element. It's basically one half Minecraft, collecting materials and putting them together to make tools and headgear, because hey, it worked for Team Fortress 2, right? And the other half is managing 3 stats, health, starvation, and sanity. The first 2 are obvious, once they hit 0 you're kinda dead, but the third one needs more explaining. Sanity decreases when being alone in the dark, digging up graves, being in the rain, or getting attacked by monsters, and increases when you pick up flowers, eat cooked meat, shave your beard, and wear fancy hats. When sanity gets too low, you get what's known as tripping balls, as your hallucinations become real and start biting your ass off. In short, it's very immersive, but doesn't get so realistic it breaks the flow of the game, like making you have to go to poop every 2 hours. Did you hear that, Rocket? I'll nitpick on one tiny detail, though. In this game, combining fish and sticks will give you fish sticks. Don't try this at home, folks. So, Don't Starve is an organic and immersive sandbox survival game with gameplay that will sometimes make you feel triumphant as you overcome its challenges, and other times make you wish you could dump the developers in the world they created and release the hounds. I just wanna live.